Hey y'all, it's Pat. Welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer, Nashville Superspeedway. We're out here. I've got Chef Justin from Fresh from Florida, and if we're at a NASCAR race, who are we gonna bring? Six time, that's a new thing. Cup winner, Ross Chastain. I just want to start there, man. Coca-Cola 600, like winning that race the other day, just put me in the driver's seat. Like, how are you feeling?
Felt good. So we started Saturday really fast in practice. We crashed our car. We built another one overnight. The team was up really late, was up early Sunday morning, worked all the way through Sunday to get the car through tech, put it on the track for the pre-race, and then we took off in the race, and we had 600 miles to get to the front, and we did it. We took the lead with 6 laps to go, past the 11 and the 24 cars, 2 iconic cars in the sport, and took the lead with 6 to go and won the Coca-Cola 600. So still got the win ring on, man. It's amazing to feel that, have that. I'm gonna wear it one more day when I go to get in the car this weekend. I'll take it off, be done with it. But yeah, it feels amazing to accomplish that. That's one of the crown jewel races for sure.
Well, look, today I'm excited to talk about NASCAR. We're gonna talk a little farming, but first we're gonna start with talking food, okay? And just right off the bat, Chef Justin, why don't you tell everybody what we're going to be cooking today? What are we rolling with? I know we're in Nashville, so we're going to add a little bit of heat.
That's right. Trackside doesn't get much better than this, right? We got a spread. We've been grilling. We're chilling. Of course, the centerpiece, the Florida watermelon. Even though we are here in Nashville, Tennessee, I was able to go to a local grocery store and purchase Florida watermelon. And here it is, and that is a beautiful thing. It is the season. So make sure y'all go out there and pick up your Florida watermelon. But look at all this stuff we got here at the track. Florida goodies everywhere, Ross. We're talking Florida peanuts, Florida blueberries, Florida sweet corn in season. We made potato salad with Florida potatoes. We got our smoky sausage dogs with our Florida relish cucumbers and Florida tomatoes. Of course, our burgers, Nashville style, right? We got our pimento cheese, our Nashville hot. And then I think today we're gonna pull off something a little different. We're gonna do these nice traditional wedge salad, but we're gonna do watermelon wedge with a blue cheese and Nashville spice. It's gonna be spectacular.
I think the big thing to point out here too, and it's like anytime I'm with the Chastain family and we're at a NASCAR race, we're eating good. So I'm excited about that today. But the amount of the food that comes into just a NASCAR race, I mean, that's the thing. The two industries coincide. You do a beautiful job at it, Ross. Every time you win a race, I mean, you get up on the hood or the top of that car and you smash that watermelon. Tell me, and Chef Justin, you hit on this as well, that is an impact that is really helping these watermelon farmers, especially out of Florida, but all over the country. I mean, why do you do that?
Well, to win a race on Memorial Day weekend, one, what that means for our country and the patriotism that NASCAR shows, and remembering the fallen and those that sacrificed so much. So for me, I had Mr. McRae on the car and had his family there, his 2 daughters, son, and his wife there to take in the race and enjoy it. And then when I smashed that watermelon, it is everything that I ever thought it would be to win a cup race on Memorial Day weekend. That's the culmination of South Florida watermelon harvest. That's where my family and our family grows and sells their watermelons through Memorial Day. Now it's moving to North Florida. So now the North Florida farmers get to pick up where we left off. So these watermelons truly came from Florida. The one I smashed on the top of the car was from our family farm. Incredible. And yes, we saw some emails Monday morning talking about it from buyers, from people in the industry, really excited, and on the biggest stage in NASCAR.
And Chef, you mentioned before, we're here in Nashville, Tennessee, but you go to the grocery store and almost a produce is coming from the Fresh from Florida label. Like, tell me about that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So much going on under the Fresh from Florida umbrella, and it's a seasonal thing, right? We need to learn to eat more seasonally, and that means educating ourselves, right? And you can go on freshfromflorida.com and see what is available when it's harvested in the state. And then you can arm yourself with really great knowledge, and then you can find recipes, but eating within season is the way to go. And watermelon is a perfect example to that. As soon as I start seeing these Florida watermelons, my whole attitude changes. I know summertime is coming. I'm going to the sinkholes. I'm going to the river, to the beach, and I've got my Florida watermelon with me because that's what everybody wants to cool off.
I love it. Well, let's start. You tell us where we're going to start, but I'm getting a little hungry. So
Yeah. Pat's over here checking on these Florida boiled peanuts, which is excellent. So many good stuff, and simple, easy, fun recipes is what we're all about. We're not out here trying to do some crazy stuff, impress other chefs. We just want good, solid, seasonal food, you know, to give us the fuel we need to have a great time. So lots of neat stuff. So we got our Florida sweet corn here, just lightly grilled up on our little bit of grill. Simple, right? And of course, since we're here in Nashville, we want to hit this with a little bit of our Nashville hot seasoning as well. And then we're going to try something a little bit new. We've got our iceberg wedges here. Iceberg is being grown in Florida. Lots of other lettuces and stuff grown in the state as well. So make sure everybody checks that out. But we've got our wedge. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some nice blue cheese dressing on here. Ross, maybe you'll hit it with some of that chunky blue cheese.
There we go.
And then we'll finish it up with some nice diced watermelon on top. And man, I can't wait to try some of that.
For guys, if you are listening to this episode right now, please go to YouTube, check out our channel, because you have got to see what's on this table right now. Ross, while you're doing that, tell me about your driving, like, food day of a race. What are you eating before, and then what's your meal afterwards look like?
Yeah, so my whole week revolves around racing on Sunday afternoon. So as soon as we're done with the race, it's either celebration like last week, and we're going to celebrate, and the recovery is going to take a little break. But all the way up to Sunday is mainly hydration throughout the week. I need to be hydrated way ahead of the race so that I don't get cramped in the car, have cramps. On race day, though, it depends on what time it is. This is a night race, Sunday night, 6 p.m. local. So I'll eat a normal breakfast that early in the day, 10 hours or so before the race. I can have kind of whatever I want. My body can take whatever. So it's a Cracker Barrel 400 this weekend. I might hit a Cracker Barrel. Yeah. I mean, come on. And then lunch gonna be chicken and rice, or the pre-race meal, I should say. The pre-race meal, I really only do 2 meals on race day. So it's just plain grilled chicken, plain white rice. On my way out to the track, if I hit a Wendy's, I might get a little something there, a little frosty to get me through that midday. But when that last meal has to be, for me, I've found to be just plain chicken and white rice. It's got to be simple. No seasonings on it, like no flavor. It's got to be simple to feel the best in the car. I've tried all kinds of things. I've tried like salads. I've tried eating a lot of watermelon. I got to manage my watermelon consumption because remember, no bathroom breaks.
Yeah. That's tough, but that's huge, And just like Ross talks about the type of food he needs to have to keep him good in the car, it's the same thing for all of us, right? If we want to be racing through our days and at our peak performance, then we need to fuel up with the good stuff too, right? And most of that is wonderful Florida fruit and vegetables that we have on Showcase, because that is the perfect fuel for our bodies.
Love it. Well, what are you trying first?
Right? Let's put a little bit of watermelon on top of this wedge and make sure this has got...
You can put watermelon on anything.
I mean, really. And that's the thing. Just cut the watermelon, chunk it, and put it on stuff. It's easy.
For sure. Are you, when you say that, are you doing watermelon on pizza, or have you ever done it?
I've never done it, but you know what, Pat? It's your pizza. You can do whatever you want to with it.
Heck yeah. Let's try it.
All right.
I'm definitely going in for just some straight watermelon right now.
I'm going forward first. Nice. So Ross, every other Thursday on our YouTube channel, Ag to Asphalt. We've been doing it now, coming on 2 years. First year, we were going to family farm operations, bringing them to the track. You kind of reversed it for this season. Tell us a little bit about that. How's that going?
It's amazing. So we're not doing as many, but that way we can have more quality time at each farm. So going into a race market early, ahead of a race recently, went into Brazelton, Georgia. Last episode or a couple episodes ago, did a turf farm. So they do, it's called precision turf. And they're putting the grass in a lot of stadiums that we watch on TV, like Clemson. And where Clemson's going to play football, that grass is grown there. So that's stuff like that. Tying it to things I've seen, I see grass. I never paid attention to the grass. Now I see the farm that it's grown at, the people that go install it, the way they do it, and the rolls, and how heavy it is, and how thick it is, and how perfect. I mean, you're looking out across acres and acres of perfectly precision turf. I mean, their name is accurate. So seeing that kind of stuff and seeing the farms and the farmers behind it, people don't think of grass, as a farmer, but they're farming that grass and getting it ready to go, score touchdowns on.
I think that's been one of the coolest things about it too. It's like we all look at these farmers and where the food comes from with it being this easy job and like, hey, they're supposed to be doing this, but the stories that come behind these family farm operations are unbelievable. The adversity that they have to hit every single day, as you know, with natural disasters and policies and labor. I mean, we can go on and on these adversity pieces, and for a group like Fresh Resort and for people like Ross Chastain, like highlighting that industry is one of my favorite parts about the job.
Yeah, making agriculture cool and farming cool, which is super important. As a country, we cannot survive without agriculture. We just can't. And so it is vitally important. And we're talking national security with it, right? Because if we have to depend on other places for our food, then that's not secure. But so, making farming cool, having, the younger generations understand that, look, they can do this. They can be successful. They can have an amazing, impactful life in agriculture, wherever you are in our amazing country. So, you showcasing that, I think is really, really, really important for everybody who buys food at the grocery store and hasn't necessarily been on a farm and doesn't necessarily, to your point, understand all the stuff that goes into this. So I really appreciate all the work that both of you guys do to help bring awareness to agriculture, the things that it takes to do, and what it really means to us.
Well, we appreciate absolutely.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Well, keep talking about it.
We appreciate you as well, Justin. And one thing, when Ross and I were coming over here, we play a game on this show, okay? Yeah. And the people want to know one question. But before we play this game, it's called Cut to the Chase, all right? Okay. Cut to the Chase is presented by Case Knives, and we have actually brought you your own custom Like a Farmer Case knife. Pretty cool, right? So the one question that came about is, you've been a chef for how long with the state of Florida?
Wow, I'm probably going on 19, almost 20 years as the state's culinary ambassador. I don't even believe it myself.
Almost 20 years. So the people that you've cooked for and the experiences that you've cooked for, we want to hear a couple of cool stories that you've been a part of when it comes to this culinary experience.
Yeah. Really, I think is taking these amazing Florida products all over the place to showcase. And wherever I go, people are really excited. I mean, I've gotten to do some really cool things and been hanging out with Ross for a little while. So we've gotten to go for a few tracks. I mean, we were there with him, in Daytona. What an amazing experience that was, of course, and look forward to that every year. But some of my other favorites was going to London Olympics and bringing Florida seafood in and cooking for the USA athletes at the USA House and letting them have a little taste of home. But really, and then some of my other favorite things are educating kids, really going into schools, teaching them, look, you've been into the grocery store with your parents and you see, but that's not where the food comes from. Get out to these farms, go to the pig farms, pick and really experience that to have a real appreciation of some of these things. So the ag education, and then of course people's response to that. Simple food is really the way to go. We don't have to have all this complicated stuff, just simple, good, homegrown ingredients, and we have delicious food. We bring our friends and family together, and that's what it's all about. It's special being here at this track and getting to watch race, but then when you add in good food to all of that, I mean, you're making core memories, so really good stuff.
And I need people, once again, we are live here at the Superspeedway. We've got cars going on, we've got workers. I mean, this whole involvement week over week that NASCAR does is incredible. Educate me a little bit. So Fresh from Florida, awesome thing that the state of Florida is doing. Is there a lot of other campaigns like that in these other states? Or is Florida, I mean, we all know Florida's the best state in the world.
100%. Yeah, there are a couple of other ones. If you look at some of the big ag states like Texas, California, Georgia Grown has a really good program as well. And the great thing is that a lot of these other state agricultural programs or associations see what we do in the state of Florida, and they want to emulate that because we are ahead of the curve. I mean, we're talking about billion-dollar ag business here in the state of Florida, and most of that is consumable food, right? I mean, a lot of it can be like you said, turf and grasses and plants and all those things, but most of what we're talking about is food. So who better to help educate that and demonstrate that than a food professional, which is where I come in. So it is really cool, and I believe I'm probably the only full-time agricultural chef in the entire country, so it really is an honor to be able to do this.
That's something new.
Yeah.
Shout out Chef Justin.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
There you go. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, guys, but the Fresh from Florida label, where you really can go, I mean, help me out, in every state pretty much, I mean, a majority of the states, I mean, it's all over the country.
Yeah, for sure. And I fly all over the country doing this kind of stuff and different things. Like, we were just in Chicago, and I saw Fresh from Florida stuff in the grocery store there, certainly before we came here. Tennessee, Fresh from Florida stuff. We were in Boston earlier this year. There was Fresh from Florida there stuff too. So all up and down the East Coast and out west, you can find this stuff. But what you really need to do is go to our website, freshfromflorida.com. All that information's on there. What's growing when, and then
Recipes,
you can find it.
I mean, there's all sorts of stuff on that
that's
website.
right.
Ross, take me a little bit more in depth. Peel back that Fresh from Florida label and go into the family farming operations like what y'all do with Melon One and et cetera.
Yeah, it's no
Eat a
accident.
dog.
Go ahead, man. That Florida dog, that's good. It's no accident that when I pull up to our family farm into the office, the Fresh from Florida sign is right there. It's what's on the door. We're proud to be a Fresh from Florida farm.
Hey y'all, it's Pat with Like a Farmer. Are you looking to add some local flavors to your recipes? Well, visit freshfromflorida.com today, where you can browse hundreds of delicious recipes that bring Florida freshness to your table all year round. Become a Fresh from Florida member for free and create your own menus. Save and send your favorite dishes and get exclusive access to monthly newsletters packed with fresh local recipes. I can promise you, you will be a favorite in your neighborhood. From the Florida fields to your fork, year-round freshness and flavor are just a logo away. Fresh from Florida, there's a sunshine in every bite.
And we're a small part. We're watermelons, right? Compared to the billion-dollar industry that is Florida agriculture, we're a very small slice of it. But we're proud. And other farmers, I see that. I go to our neighbors, and they're growing a variety of veg. They're growing a lot of other crops in our area. South Florida is so unique because the weather is what makes it. So we're able to put plants in the ground. We're able to transplant our watermelons the first week of January. Some guys are going in December. And when I think about that, the produce, the crops that are coming out of South Florida are coming at a time where the rest of the country is cold.
Yep.
We can grow earlier, and that's why my family went to South Florida. In the all the way up to the 1950s, the Chastains were in Georgia, in South Georgia, and my great-grandfather Cicero moved the family to South Florida because the Florida climate offered that earlier crop, and I hear that from other families. That's why other families have came down. Lady Moon Farms on the Ag to Asphalt show.
Yeah.
That was their same thing. They were way up north, and her father moved the farm down, started very small, and came down to South Florida, knowing that for his family to succeed in agriculture, they were going to need that warm climate early in the season to get crops out and sell. And that's what makes our country so amazing. We have such a diverse geography, and you go out into California and you see the same thing, Southern California versus Northern. It's a very good snapshot of what we have in South Florida, and we're proud, and it's no accident our Fresh from Florida sign is front and center.
Yeah, I mean, look at the hat he's going on.
Yeah, I want one.
Well, apparently if you want one of his hats, all you gotta do is go steal one. I mean, dude, tell me, how did that even happen last week? If somebody just grabs?
Yeah, look, I keep the hat inside the car on the shifter, and I'm a hat guy. I like hats. I don't like to do anything without a hat on. So I've got boxes of hats over the years from my career that I keep. And yeah, the guy just reached in and grabbed it, and he was had a good day, I'll say. He was celebrating, I think, all day. So he wasn't thinking very clearly, but he grabbed it, ran off, and luckily security grabbed it and got the hat back. It's just one of those things. I think it would have been cool to have the winning hat, but the way he took it didn't feel good to me. I asked for it back. Not so politely, I asked for it back.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
all right, Chef, what we got next, man? This dog is
Point me in a
unbelievable.
direction.
Yeah, the dogs are super good. We got the burgers with the pimiento. We got some watermelon lemonade right here as
do we have any
well.
cups? And I might need a spoon for this pimento.
Yeah,
You
might need a little
need some
spoon
cups
back
back
Might
there.
need a cup
Use
from
this
our
little spoon, I think will be good.
Maybe someone behind the camera can help us with a cup.
I think we got a cup coming in.
Oh no, we got some cups.
So this watermelon lemonade, some really good fresh lemonade. I had a little Florida key lime in here too, and then just some fresh mint and the fresh watermelon marinating in here. So we'll drink this right all day, probably over some ice and stuff, and then at the end of the day, I'll reach my fingers in there and grab that marinated watermelon out of there because it's been infused with that. So yeah, good stuff, man. Simple, again, keeping it simple and easy and fresh. You know, watermelon's meant to be enjoyed just like it is. So just simple things to really highlight it and accentuate it is what it needs.
4th of July is coming up, boys. What's some of your, I mean, starting with you, Chef, give me some of your go-to recipes, whether you're on the lake, on the boat, on the back of a tailgate, cooking up, whatever you're doing. I mean, what's good,
heck yeah.
couple good
When
recipes.
the cameras are off, what do you do?
You know, seafood is really my thing, so I will take some shrimp and marinate them, and, you know, cook them and marinate them, put some watermelon in there because I love that little savory, little sweet and crunch together. I think last time we were all together, I think we did a shrimp and watermelon recipe.
So good.
Over at Melon One, which is a lot of fun. So stuff like that, you know, seafood is really my main jam. So anytime I can work with and eat seafood and then share that kind of seafood, just like we're sharing the watermelon mission, the Florida seafood mission as well, because just like having some of the best watermelon in the entire country right here, Florida also has some of the best seafood, whether you have the Gulf or the Atlantic. It's so good. So not only are we supporting the agriculture and our farmers, but we need to do the same thing with our fishermen and our ranchers as well.
What's your go-to 4th of July recipe?
Watermelon. I'm just gonna eat watermelon all day.
Yep.
I feel like that's all a guy eats is watermelon. I'm more of like a grilled chicken wings, like throw them on the grill, char them up a little bit.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, heck yeah. We'll work on a watermelon glaze for some wings for you.
Oh, we've got to.
Yeah.
We need to do
Yeah.
like a Ross Chef Justin and Pat like recipe book.
Yeah,
Just 2 or 3
yeah.
like really good recipes that you can use.
Like
year-round.
a whiskey watermelon glaze for some wings or something like that.
Yeah.
We can hook it up.
What's coming down the pipeline with you next? I mean, you've got obviously some seasons coming down. I'm sure
Yeah.
you're doing some cook-offs. We're all
Yeah,
ready for
yeah,
football
lots of
season,
stuff
obviously.
going on. You know, we're headed back to Tallahassee here soon, and then we got some promotions with the Jags, so we're headed off to Jacksonville for stuff. I got a big citrus mutual conference coming up as well. Start talking about Florida citrus, so it really never stops for me. And then we're getting back into the kitchen. We're going to be unveiling a new kids kind of cooking program to get some of these younger generations more involved. So we've got Commissioner Simpson's granddaughters coming in, and so we're going to be filming with them, cooking in the kitchen. So, you know, watermelon's going to be represented. So lots of fun stuff, just constantly trying to get people excited about what's growing and get them working in their kitchen with all this amazing stuff we have.
You mentioned the Jags, and I talked a little bit about it earlier. I mean, the relationship between culinary and sports, in my opinion, is just unbelievable.
Oh,
How have y'all felt as Fresh from Florida when it comes to doing NASCAR stuff, when it comes to doing NFL stuff and college football stuff like we've done in Gainesville or up in Tallahassee for the Seminoles? I mean, what is y'all's kind of opinion when y'all have been doing that? It seems like it's worked really well.
Yeah, no, I think it works really, really well, you know, and Americans love their sports, so it's a great place. You know, all these sporting venues are great places for us to be able to go, to be able to spread our message. And just like you said, food goes incredibly well with any kind of venue of sports. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, like we were just in Chicago, we went to a White Sox game, and I'm up there with Kaminsky dogs, you know, this big, just stuffing my face like crazy. I mean, I want to experience it, and, you know, you have these amazing things, and you put the food with it together, and it just brings it all around. And then you got your people with you too, and it's an unbelievable experience. I want more people to get out there, and it doesn't matter whether it's just a local baseball team or a little something, you know, get out there and enjoy these things, support, right? Set up your picnic, get your people together, and have a great experience. That's what life's about.
Ross, just like I asked him, I mean, you've got Nashville this week. Next week, Michigan.
Michigan.
Okay, so what's coming down? Like in your mind, after coming off a big win, like I mean, Coca-Cola 600, guys. I mean, that's top
Huge.
2, top 3 races in my opinion. I'm
Yes.
sure you'd agree with
Yes.
that. Like, how do you get back into that mindset of like, okay, it's go time? I think the next day you're on a damn plane to Milwaukee talking to you. So I mean, how do you just lock back in?
Yeah, so we did take Sunday night all the way into Monday morning to celebrate it, and then we had some work to do Monday and Tuesday, back at the shop Wednesday with the team, end of Tuesday and Wednesday to celebrate with them in person and start the process. They had already started, but then I started my process for Nashville Tuesday afternoon. Now getting here to the track, coming up here, this is the first time we've gotten here this weekend, and ahead of the big weekend, just looking out, thinking back to our win 2 years ago. We've got the Xfinity and the Cup race this weekend that I'll be in. So it started for me Wednesday with simulator time. Driving the track virtually was a great reset to get back into it. We've got Mexico City coming up in 2 weeks. So gonna get to go down to Mexico and experience an amazing culture down there in the country. I've got a teammate from Monterey. We're going into Mexico City. So I've already told him, and he's already got it set up. Like, he's laying out the area, the restaurants and the food trucks and the places we should go in Mexico City. And so really excited to get down there and explore that city and see it. And because I can tell how proud Daniel is that NASCAR's coming to his home country. And I'm excited for him to get to experience that. He's going to be a superstar. I mean, 2-time Cup winner, comes back home, brings his sport with him. First time ever a Cup race has been in Mexico. So, but I got to be honest, coming back here to Nashville, I mean, eating this lunch, not often I get to talk on camera and eat. And I've already had a Florida dog and a Florida burger with some pimento cheese, man. It's so cool that we're doing this and to have this backdrop. I mean, this is unbelievable. These pictures and this video will be iconic now for our show, and thank you so much for making the trip up here.
Thanks for having us, man. Just an incredible pleasure, and Florida Ag, and it's unbelievable. Be able to showcase this watermelon, juicy and delicious. Y'all get out there to your grocery store, and it really doesn't matter where you live in our amazing country. Help support, go grab you a watermelon and enjoy your summer.
Before we head off, Ross, and I'm speaking for Fresh from Florida too, it's so cool how you have been able to bring this brand, bring agriculture as a whole, farmer as a people, along with this journey you've doing in NASCAR. How cool is that? Because it seems like NASCAR's paying their respect back. I mean, every time you win, it's a huge highlight. It's a huge highlight, obviously, to the watermelon farmers, and you're trying to go more and above than just watermelon farmers, like what you're doing with Ag to Asphalt. But give me a little bit of like how you feel the support that you've gotten from NASCAR, because all you're trying to do is support the farmers.
Well, it all started back in 2011 when my family and I made the decision to, instead of racing locally in Florida in the late model division, to do one NASCAR truck race. It was in Indianapolis, a little track called IRP. And we put what would have been a full season of racing at home into one race, and that was it. And we had watermelons there. National Watermelon Queen was there. Chef Poon came out. Miss Eleanor, the coordinator at the time, great lady, was there, and we got to experience this incredible life accomplishment and bucket list thing for me, the driver. But as far as watermelons in general, we did a big watermelon push that weekend because Ag was what was sponsoring the truck. It was a watermelon truck. And then as I went through 2011, 2012, we kept trying to do it as I got more races, and we got a little pushback from the industry. There's a way that commercial business happens. There's a way that this industry operates that we didn't understand. And we're coming in, we're some farmers from Florida. We're just bringing watermelons, bringing the queens, and we're cutting them up. Mom, Miss Eleanor, Miss Deborah from Florida, and several other states, and we're cutting up watermelon, passing them out, just thinking we're like proud of our watermelons. We're doing everybody a favor, and that's not the way it works. So we've learned, and now, you're right, now it's welcome. Now they're asking us to present our Fresh from Florida Ag to Asphalt episode with like a farmer here at the Nashville Superspeedway, where before, like in 2012, we would have not been allowed to do this. And I've explained it to them, and I've presented our case of why I think agriculture is so intertwined with NASCAR. So now, yes, it's welcome. Now, I mean, early on, the track crews were a little like, they're like, we have to clean up the watermelon. Now they're like, smash it here! Smash it. And so I've done things like they backed a fire truck up to the victory lane in Iowa Speedway after a truck went, and we hosed it out with the firemen and women. That was so cool to like blast the watermelon out of there. That was a really cool moment. I've swept it out at Pocono, and the track is they're so excited to see it. So yes, it was a little hard at the beginning. I mean, we had definitely our growing pains as I was ascending up through the sport, but now they know Ross, when he wins, we're gonna smash watermelons. I think some fans are fans of mine just because of the celebration, and I've had questions of they're like, is the watermelon ever going to be a yellow watermelon? Are you ever going to do some other Florida commodity? Are you going to do some other piece of veg? I had a teammate, AJ Almendinger, several years ago. He's like, I can imagine one day you're going to get out. It's going to be an entire fruit salad. You're just going to have handfuls, a big basket. You're going to dump it all right on the track, and so we'll see. We're sticking with the watermelon for now, but you never know.
Yeah, and it's important for people to know what you're doing with Ag to Asphalt. I mean, we're highlighting all the commodities out there, so we need more people like Ross Chastain. We need more brands like Fresh from Florida and Chef Justin. I appreciate both of y'all.
Well, thank you, Pat. You're the reason we're able to do all this and get this message out, and for Like a Farmer. And what you've built there, man, it's ag focused, and that's why I'm a fan and why I want to be part of it. And there's no telling what we're going to come up with next, right?
Oh, dude, there's no telling. We're going to continue to have Chef Justin on this show. It's always great, and we get to eat while we do it. I mean, we're ready to shut this episode off so we can start really digging into
really
some
eating.
food.
I will say, next time we do this, I'm going to bring a napkin out.
Yeah,
Needed a napkin.
Bigger cups, because that lemonade is unbelievable.
It is.
So. Hey, as always, we appreciate y'all tuning in to Like a Farmer every single Wednesday. Catch us on YouTube or wherever you're listening to your audio podcast. But like I mentioned, guys, if you listen to this podcast, you need to go back, you need to go on YouTube. This is a watch only, because this beautiful, delicious looking food on the table needs to be seen by all. As always, continue to like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.